Good afternoon, folks. I hope you can all hear me. Let me know in the chat real quick, Mr. Producer, if you can hear me. Um, as you can tell, we're from the mobile office today, and but trading still goes on, life still goes on, and great. Producer says he can hear me. So today is the end of the trading month, and a lot of things happen specifically at the end of the month that, first of all, don't happen the rest of the month. But one, oh, by the way, the verse for today, I don't have it in front of me, but I do want to mention this to you. Um, there's a verse from uh, Proverbs that says, "Be careful to know the state of your flocks," and I think that is in Proverbs 27:23. Be careful, which means to be diligent, to pay close attention. Be careful of the state of your flocks and pay attention to your herds. And I think that is what we are called to do as good stewards. We mentioned today is about trade journaling. I had someone ask me recently, "What's the deal with trade journaling? Why should I do it? How does that even work?" And this is one of those unsung aspects of trading that no one really wants to do. I mean, who wants to sit time and spend time writing things down? What's the point in it? There's two different aspects to trade journaling. First and foremost, you need data to know how your trading is going, so that you can predict what's gonna happen, and you can see if your system is working the way it should. So part of it, yes, is tracking every single trade. I'll have to show you guys this on Monday when I can dual screen. I have an Excel spreadsheet where I track all 28 forex pairs, but I only trade about 10 of them because I wait for the ones that are looking like they're doing better. That comes through trade journaling, specifically trade by trade. But there's a much more important aspect to trade journaling than that, and that is tracking tracking what's going on in here, tracking what's going on in here every day. How are you doing day by day being disciplined? How are you doing following your plan, trading with compliance? Of course, in order to do that, it begs the question, how do I know how I'm doing? So I would encourage every one of you from March, right? This is the last trading day of February. The markets are closing here. Either the stock market's closing now or the forex market's closing in half an hour. We are at the end of this month. I would encourage everybody for March, not only continuing the challenge from February, which is read the verse of the day from Proverbs. How do you know? Excuse me, the chapter of the day from Proverbs. How do you know what that is? Well, there's 31 chapters of Proverbs. There's 31, 20, 28, 29, 31 days in every month. Now suddenly I've forgotten how many days there are in February. 28 days in February? 28. The other one is every day grade yourself on. See, I need to put my glasses on. Hello. Every day grade yourself on your trades. Grade your trades. If you're a scalper, maybe don't grade every single trade. That would take some time. Grade them in blocks. If you are, well, you do what you got to do, guys. If you're a swing trader or a day trader, you can absolutely grade every trade. And what am I talking about? There are four basic types of trades. And to be honest, there's only four. There's four grades you can give any and every trade. Number one, I followed my rules and I made money. I try my best not to use the term wins and losses, winners and losers, because when we say winners and losers, at least here in America, we tend to internalize that, right? Our football team wins, therefore we win, right? Our football team blew a 27-3 lead in the fourth quarter, and in the Super Bowl, and deserve what they got. If you're a Falcons fan, sorry, I'm a Saints fan. We tend to internalize. So I don't want to use the term wins and losses because that leads your mindset down the path towards winners and losers. By the way, if I guess I need to be checking. If you're on Instagram, I need to double check the comments there to see if there's anything going on. So I like to use the term profitable or unprofitable trades. Trades that either added to your account balance or trades that withdrew from it. So trade number one, a trade where I followed my rules and it increased my account balance. I made money. It was profitable, otherwise known as a win. Trade type number two, a trade where I followed my rules and my account balance went down. I lost money. Trade number three is I broke my rules and I lost money. And trade number four is I broke my rules and I made money. And to be honest, the worst trade you can ever take is trade number four, where you break your rules and you make money. Why is that the worst trade you can make? Because you're rewarded for bad behavior. So every day, if I would challenge you for the month of March, every day at the end of your trading day, whatever your trading day happens to be, go through every trade and say this was a trade number one, number two, number three, number four. And set yourself the goal of consistency. You only ever want ones and twos. It doesn't matter if it's one or two. Right? That's a function of the market. It's a function of your strategy. That don't live and die trade by trade. But right now, how are you doing staying away from threes and fours? And all that means is it's a way of tracking. How are you doing with consistency? How are you doing with discipline? Remember, the key, the simple solution to being a successful trader is 3 steps. Trade your plan, get out of your own way, repeat. But it's that second step where trips people up. So trade journaling is a way of tracking the most important aspect, tracking you. How am I doing getting out of my own way? How am I doing trading this thing over here? I spent time developing this plan, or I spent time learning it, or whatever it is. This plan works. The computer and numbers and data has all. This plan works. But if I can't successfully trade this plan, then what good is it? So developing me day by day, getting 1% better. We're headed to Baton Rouge right now to a gymnastics meet, and the coach there tells his girls every day, every meet, 1% better. As you as a trader, every day, 1% better. But you have to know 1% of what, right? I was talking to the producer earlier. He wants me to make the triple chocolate sourdough recipe. I'm like, triple of what? Triple of nothing, triple of 10%, triple of. So, in order to know whether you are improving as a trader, you have to keep track somehow, somewhere. So, this is what I recommend everybody. At the end of every single trading day, write down 3 things. Number one, what were my trade grades today? Right? That's going to be several individual things, but it's one line item. How did I do as my trade grade today? Number 2, how did I do complying with my rules? How did I do trading my plan? Number 3, how did I do overall as a trader? What does that mean? Being a consistent trader, being a Christian trader, is more than just the buttons that we click on our computers over. It's how we live our lives as a trader. You've heard me say it before, you'll hear me say it again. Our goal is to trade in a way that honors God and serves our family. So at the end of every day, give yourself a grade not just on the individual trades, but on you as a trader. How did I do today keeping trading in its boundaries? How did I do today making sure that I didn't let whatever happened during my trading time affect me emotionally the rest of the day? Give yourself a letter grade, a number grade, whatever it is, and then write it down every day. Then the most important aspect of journaling, tell someone about it. Well, we got a Discord channel you can join. It's free. And then every day we're talking about, hey, this is how I did today. Proverbs says, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens the countenance of his friends. We're not meant to do this alone. Find somebody to share that with. I mention all the time that I am who I am today as a trader because of my buddy Pierre, who every day I met with, and he held me accountable every day for 4 years, nonstop. How did you do today? Tell me about it. Having somebody else to know, and it wasn't like, okay, here's a Euro US trade, here's a pound yen trade. It was, this is how I did today, following my rules. This is how I did today, being consistent. This is what was going on up in here and in here. That is the most important aspect of journaling. And then once a month, go back and look at what you've written down and applaud, celebrate the growth that you've had. Oh, I used to have 3 days in a row where I'm breaking my rules. Now I've got like 1 day a week, those kinds of things. So a lot of people get bogged down in trade journaling, thinking I'll have a screenshot of my trade. I've got to have my entry, my stuff. Find an automated system. There are way too many free services you can connect your account to that will keep track of that automatically. Don't worry about those trade specifics. The most important aspect of journaling is journaling your journey as a trader, not the individual trade. I'll fill you guys in on Monday on how the month went and the individual trades we have. But yeah, kind of a short make a commitment today. You want to be a better trader at the end of March, the end of February. With that, guys, I'll see you next time. All right.